So we're back on our 1941 sales bulletin. This is the radio equipped police model for 41, page 12. And you can see the red light there with a spotlight, police badge, police siren on the rear wheel, radio. Says a heavier clamping ring in the horns of the 41 models prevents distortion of the diaphragm when mounted on the motorcycles. Horns will consequently function as well at high speeds as at low speeds. Horn tone is a slightly lower pitch and is more pleasing. A gasket is now placed under the tank nameplate and prevents chipping of the enamel. Talking about this here. Oil pressure switch diaphragm is now made from DuPont Verprene and it's a stronger and better material than used formerly. More refinements on big twins. Here's the photo. It says, beautiful stainless steel tank. Beading adds a note of glamour. And you can see the short narrow caps there. The instant gas reserve valve and the interconnected tanks introduced on the big twins last year are features that have proved immensely popular. To have the reserve gas supply available immediately without being required to fumble around hot cylinders to turn on an awkwardly located gas valve is a convenience worth a great deal. The only change made for 41 has been to redesign the gas valve stem so that a full gallon of gas is retained in the reserve. So the stem itself was changed. When the rider lifts the gas valve stem and starts to use his reserve, he still has enough gas to take him to the nearest station, handling his favorite brand. Here we have a picture of the G Survey car for 41. The transmission main shaft nut on all the big twins has been redesigned to provide more bearing area on the washer and thus prevent the breaking down of the washer. The main shaft ball bearings in the big twin transmissions now have greater thrust capacity and are shielded on both sides to prevent entry of foreign material. On the 61 overhead valve model, the T-shaped intake pipe is made a ½ inch longer and the carburetor is moved out by that same distance. Vapor lock and percolation in the carburetor jets are largely prevented. Better cooling of the gas mixture results. Motor operation is improved. The same intake pipe design is incorporated in the new 74 overhead valve. Larger, heavier flywheels smooth out the torque impulses at low speeds in the 61 overhead valve and make for better performance. The new flywheels are 8½ inch in diameter, 3/8 inch greater than last season, which is quite a bit. The new flywheels weigh 4 pounds more, like I said, quite a bit. These same new, heavier flywheels are also built in the new 74 overhead valve. The venturi on the linker carburetor on the 61 overhead valve model is 1 1/8 inch. This change has been efficient for some time. Still more improvements on the 45 twins. The streamlined toolbox featured on the big twins the past year is now also incorporated on the 45 solo twins. Capacity is large and the parallel ribbing on the cover harmonizes beautifully with the cooling fins on the crankcase. So again, they're talking on the timing chest. The rear timing chest up here. And we'll go over to the bike. It's a real live sample. Again, for those just first watching this, that big cover there on the right, motor, that's your timing chest. And those fins were first incorporated mid-year 1940. Even though they're saying it's brand new for 41, they actually started at mid-year 40. Don't believe me? Get a Greg Fields book. Shows you Harley's literature. So go ahead and argue with me about that over Harley's literature, please. The rear safety guard for the 45 twins, obtainable as an accessory item, has been redesigned to prevent interference with the rider's leg when he uses the Kickstarter. Transmission Kickstarter springs on the 45 twins have been redesigned. They will give better and longer service. Here's the GD Survey car for 41. That's with the bigger box. That's the big difference, really. And you can see the black headlight. You can also see the painted dash. All 45 twin frames have been redesigned to accommodate the new 41 gearbox that houses the all-sliding clutch transmission. The rear frame stays have been widened. The gearbox now has 3-point mounting. Like I said, 3-point mounting training. Valve springs on all 45 twin motors have been changed in design by making them longer. Maximum stress has been reduced and longer life is achieved. The compression ratio on the 45 WL model fitted with cast iron heads is now 4.75 to 1. The old ratio was 5 to 1. The compression ratio of the Cervicar motor is now also 4.75 to 1. It was 4.5 to 1. 1941 Cervicar incorporates great engineering advancements. Never has a three-wheeler been offered that embodies so much sound engineering design, such staunch construction as the new 1941 Cervicar. I'll change hands here, my right hand's figured out. Dependable and reliable as has been its predecessors, these new Cervicars are going to set an astonishing standard of satisfactory performance and long life. You can put your fullest confidence and enthusiasm into these 41 Cervicars and step out and sell them, knowing that every sale will mean a satisfied user and will soon lead to additional business. In previous pages, we have mentioned a host of features and advancements that also are incorporated in the 1941 Cervicars. To refresh our memory, we list them as follows. New smooth operating efficient clutch, new improved all-sliding clutch transmission, positive grip handbrake lever, centrifugally controlled oil pump, new easy operating clutch release mechanism, airplane-style speedometer dial, oxide-coated piston rings, stainless steel tank strips, hardened gear shifter lever. Page 15, package truck and big twin for 41. Again, no tail light. That was an option. Had to pay money. Money, money, money. Oil pressure switch diaphragm made of fairprene rubber. Heavier clamping ring on horn diaphragm. Battery grounded to frame. Gasket under nameplate. Redesigned transmission kickstarter springs. Longer life valve springs. New compression ratio 4.75 to 1. In addition to all the above 41 advancements, numerous others have been made that apply only to the Cervicar. Of great interest will be the news that the front wheel used on the Big Twins will now be on the front wheel on the Cervicars. The Big Twin front brake shell and brake mechanism also transfer to the Cervicar. This use of the Big Twin front wheel provides the Cervicar with a stronger front axle to take care of the heavy strains placed upon it in some phases of Cervicar work. The 1941 Cervicar frame has been redesigned to accommodate the larger gearbox of the improved all-sliding clutch transmission. The Cervicar axle tube assembly is now welded. Formerly it was riveted. Greater strength results. The new recoil strap guide prevents wear on the axle tube. Guide can be replaced. The tow bar swivel spring washer is made of heavier material. Service life has been increased and noise reduced. Special oil control. Oxide-coated piston rings are fitted in the Cervicar motors. They prevent over-oiling and also fouling of spark plugs at low speeds. Super values and super performance offered in 41 models for police duty. You have a real story to tell police officials when you tell them about the 1941 Harley-Davidsons. Such a lineup of advancements has not been equaled in years. Here's the sidecar and big twin for 41. Host of improvements spell still better performance, longer life, greater safety, and reduced upkeep costs. Call on all your police departments as soon as possible with your 1941 demonstrator and show them the things that have been done to make these new Harley-Davidsons the finest and best motorcycles ever offered for police duty. The radio carrier on the radio-equipped police models has been redesigned and relocated. The carrier is now placed 3 3/4 inch lower and 2 3/8 inch forward. The lower center of gravity that naturally follows makes for a great improvement in handling and qualities and adds to safety. The radio antenna for 1941 is fitted with a ring tip. This is a safety improvement that will be much appreciated by officers. The current and voltage regulator features a number of internal construction changes making for simplicity, but functions remain the same. This unit now has a 3-point shockproof mounting. A new classy summer sport shield. The most beautiful appearing summer sport shield offering greater visibility is presented for 1941. The round rubber covered seal support for the transparency of the former shield has been eliminated. Instead, the transparency is held rigid with a narrow stainless steel edging. The bottom is secured with a 1/2 inch stainless steel molding. This inside frame is made of spot welded chrome plated steel. The shield can be placed in 5 different positions to suit any rider's individual requirements. The transparency in the new 1941 Summer Sport Shield is plasticell 60 thousandths thick. It is twice the thickness of the pyralin used in the former standard shields. Plasticell is not affected by the rays of the sun, does not get brown, brittle, or cracked. The fabric of the new shield is rubber coated on both sides in a silver finish. The fabric apron is reinforced around the edges of the coiled steel wire similar to control wire. The wire is fabric covered. So this is page 17. We'll finish this paragraph and then we'll pause. With less obstruction division, with a wide range of positive adjustments, this new shield is by far the finest ever made available to motorcyclists. It sparkles with chrome, stainless steel, and looks like $1 million. It sets a new standard in modern motorcycle accessories. So we'll get back to this on the final edition. See you in a bit. And before we sign off, let's take a look at the 41 again, for those wishing to see it. So again, the plan on this bike, we're going to rip it down to the bare frame. We're going to clean it up. We're going to polish it. This gives you an idea here what it's going to look like. But that'll prevent further oxidization of the paint once we polish it, rub it out, and then wax it. If you don't rub it out, you can't wax it. Don't work. Just don't work. Well, beautiful bike. I'm really looking forward to getting into this motorcycle, but we have others in the lineup first. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.